Welcome back to the Word Gardener. We are up to word gardening tip number 3. And I am Lucia Smith, speech pathologist. Gardening tip number 3, and we're talking word gardening, is same. Now, sameness, consistency is really important for learning. Obviously, if you hear the same thing over and over again, you're more likely to learn it. And it is the same with word growing. So we are talking about trying to keep the words the same, the cues the same, pretty much the routine of the day if we can, as same as we can, and also getting everybody on the same page. Same. So let's go. Let's have a little think about this. Just say some days when I want my child to come have lunch with me, I say, do you want to come and have your lunch? Other days I might say, let's have a sandwich. Other days I might say, it's lunchtime. If I use the same intonation, if I use the same gesture, the same cue every day, I could gradually build that up to really helping my child grow to say that word. It's time for lunch, or it's time for lunch, whatever. It doesn't matter what you choose as long as it's within your child's learning sort of capacity. So let's have a think. Your child really wants to go outside, and often when they want to go outside, they'll go and stand by the door and reach up to the door handle. You're following their lead. You're going to be their voice. You're going to say, you want me to open the door? Or you might say outside, or you might say, want to go out, right? You're using the words that the child would like to say. But instead, right, choose just one. And again, try and be the voice for the child. Want to go out. Maybe that's the one you choose. Okay, let's say the child is going to go to the supermarket. When Dad takes the child to the supermarket, he says, off we go to Woolies. Mum says, it's time to go to the supermarket. And Nan says, come on, we have to go and get some groceries. Really, you're not likely to learn to say the word supermarket as easily as if everybody just said, it's time to go to the supermarket. Let's go, or something, right? Choose something. Now, just while we're on that topic, if you have a parent or both parents or one grandma or both grandparents speaking a different language, that doesn't mean they have to come and speak the same language as you. If you're speaking English, it doesn't mean that Nonna has to speak English as well. It is absolutely fine to stick to your own language. But again, say we're going to the supermarket in the same way in your own language each time. So Mum might say it one way, Nonna might say it another way. That's fine. And we know that actually doesn't impede word growth. All right, so let's get on with that. Here again, another example. You want your child to get their hat. Dad might say, grab your hat. Mum might say, go and put on your hat. She's cueing in a different way. She's using different words. She's slowing it down and using different intonation to Dad. And Nana might say, let me pop your hat on, right? She's going to do it for the child. So the way we can get around this a little bit is to think about some of those main times of the day which are consistent. Things like when the child gets up, things like when they have a meal or a snack or a drink, bath time, bedtime, maybe teeth brushing time. And if they've also got places they go each week in their routine, think about those as well. Nut them out and think, how are we going to cue those? What words are we going to use in those situations? And if you can, write them out, stick them on the fridge, and try and get everybody doing the same. And part of being same is getting everybody to use these word gardening tips as well. So again, remember that you can share them far and wide. So we have now stepped through 3 word gardening tips. We certainly are going to try and be the voice for the child. We're going to watch what they want and try and follow that and feed in those words. We're going to set up some temptations, not so that we're not just doing everything for the child and jumping in and speaking for them all the time, even though that sounds a bit contradictory of what I just said. And lastly, we want to do the same. We are trying to use the same cues, the same words or phrases or sentences, if that's where they're at. And we almost sort of use the same intonation if we can as well. All right, so remember there are downloadables, pelicantalk.com/word gardener. If you would like to read them or email them to people or print them out and share them around, or you can follow me on my YouTube channel at Pelican Talk and look for the Word Gardener series. I'll see you for the next word gardening tip.